Had to save the show again.
Hey, I'm showing my face tonight. That means I can say the N-word.
I'm about 2 margaritas in. They were big.
Oh, I'm here too.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hey guys, remember when there was a coup in Russia? Then they surrendered like an hour later.
Hey, do you remember when there was $8 billion went missing a few hours before that?
That was when they called those counting errors.
Yeah.
I think it was only 6.2 million.
I'm missing $20 from my account, just like the U.S. Except not as much. I don't know. I don't even look.
Reigning is the Mad King, comes with no ease. Burden of greatness is hard on these knees. Lameness is your particular disease. Stitching with jokes, that's my sacred degree. Bloods and Crips got nothing on me. Always dig in, dig out for eternity. That's my war cry, it's out my Bradley. Knocking out movies like I'm fucking Jet Li. You best believe satisfaction's not guaranteed. Mama Susan treats me like I'm a refugee, but I know how to use her. The YouTuber's YouTuber. Fighting on back roads and back rooms. I'll be saving the future.
All right, my little meow meows. It's time to get going with the dump.
Still got the gayest background in the history of YouTube, so
I mean,
still going in.
Scott.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we are joined by Culture Casino.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Good to see you all this evening. I've got about a half an hour, so let's get cracking.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to skip everybody else to get started. We got Tina.
Hello, can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my headset broke yesterday, so I have a brand spanking new one I'm trying for the first time.
Well, no. You sound
And we
fine.
have Jacob, who's on camera, which means...
That means some very questionable things are going to happen throughout the question tonight.
Oh. And let's see. Chat, we got Keith, we got Zach, we got Tina, who's here. Emotionally unstable amphetamine. Nope, amphibian.
Got meth on the brain.
Zach is here. Keely Chow is here. This person is here.
Hi.
And
Anonymous colleague. That's one of
Potato
my-
Station. Huh?
One of my favorite medical experts, Dr. Anonymous colleague.
And I already said hi to him. And FKHC 2005.
FKHC 2005. Yes, for the 12th time this week, Culture Casino's on a stream. Yeah, I'm going to be on another one here shortly as well. So, yeah.
All right, well,
What other stream are you going to be on? I don't want to be on that stream.
No. You want to be on this stream. If if I had made a prior commitment, I'd be here for the whole night.
who'd you make a prior?
I can't talk about it.
No, so somebody more important than us. That's
Oh,
what you're
100%. Yeah.
It's a secret.
saying. I see how it is.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. All this time we thought we were boys, and apparently that's not the case.
We are
Are you
boys.
kidding me? This is the first time he's been on the dump this calendar year.
Yeah, and
Why?
of course he picked a night that Scott wasn't here, so
Well,
that way
which
he's
is every
thinking
night.
he's here.
Okay. Do you want to rewind and remember something with the Lady Fest and the vets talking episode that I dropped in on from the road?
Super secret.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but you weren't really here.
Yes, I was.
And that was last week.
Yeah.
What have you done for Mad lately?
I'm trying to hang out with Matt more often, but he's cagey. He's like stealthy. I don't want to hang out.
You all need to stop enabling Scott.
Hey, the best Scott stream is the streams without Scott.
Exactly. The best Scott stream is the stream without Scott. Honestly. I mean, ask Jacob. Jacob knows. Jacob's an authority on that.
So I have been at a 50-year anniversary. Not
50?
my family.
Fitty?
Yeah, 50.
Fitty.
And I have no idea what the topics were. Bet it's
We have
about gay
topics?
stuff.
How
Well,
about
we do have some topics, but I
Well,
need to
it
know,
says
does
on
the
the thing
50
that Star Wars had a tranny. She-Hulk actress said something about gender, and then Disney Carousel, which I mean somebody else got fired. That's what is that
Ooh,
get go?
fire,
Is that got there?
fire.
Fire Mania was on the wall. You know that Disney's now had 7 films in the last calendar year that's lost over $100 million.
Well, it's
Yeah,
actually
they've lost 890 million.
no. It's actually more than that. It's about 937 million now to date.
Yeah.
Wow.
And here
Yeah,
comes
it's
Indiana Jones coming this week.
yeah,
Add more to
and
that total.
they're.
Cannot wait.
I said specifically 2 months ago, Disney could possibly end the year losing over $1 billion on their theatrical releases. I think I'm safe on that prediction.
In literally like a calendar year. Like this is the thing I'm talking about, like these multinational corporations. Like Disney's not a film studio anymore. Let's be very, very clear. They have ESPN, they have the theme parks, they have ABC, all these international endeavors. They're not a movie studio anymore. If this was just a pure movie studio, like this would be like Chapter 11, everyone with their hair on fire, we're all gonna die type of bad.
Canon.
Right
It would be like what happened to Canon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Canon. I think you know what, Mad, you and I need to chip in and just buy Canon films. How about that? It's just
I mean, yeah, I'll chip in a couple of percent.
yeah, so we'll be good. We got to
40
Cover that 98.
I got I got the other 98%. It'll be fine.
Wait, is it for sale?
Nobody's look. Everything's for sale. You just have to give them enough money.
Well, that's where you come in. Well, all right. So yeah, Indiana Jones comes out next week. Everybody excited for? I'm excited for it. I'm already halfway done with my "Why it's
Excited?
the best Indiana Jones movie ever" video.
Excited is
yeah?
a very strong word.
Hate's a strong word too.
Oh, that reminds me, I gotta order some stuff for that video. Anyway, I have a special.
You need a
part in the
new
video.
whip and Indiana Jones hat.
No. I need the. I told you the plan, Tina, with the little action figures.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
All I know is Bad Take Bojan's going to be super happy at the end of the year because she's getting her Loki back.
Oh my God, is that coming out this
Yes.
year?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And I think I'm going to buy my very
boy.
first, what do you call it, commemorative statue. From,
What?
It's a Loki, but it's like old man Loki from the first season.
So how come you you know what? I'm gonna sit. You know what, Tina? I'm gonna send you a hat. Normally you have to pay for these hats, but I'm gonna send you a hat.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. I have a feeling that you'll wear it.
Of course I would.
All right.
I would too, but that's fine.
Hey, the Chatimal is here.
Yeah, my Chatimal. Yeah, Culture finally found his way back to the dump. Yes, that is true. Canon, a Quinn Martin.
A Quinn Martin production.
Yes, that's what I said. Anyway, so the first topic is what happened with the She-Hulk? Okay, here we go.
Shulk.
Well, the first topic is apparently
Oh,
there was a
boy.
coup that never actually happened in Russia earlier today. It may have been set up by Putin himself. Earlier today, you heard all the news reports that there's troops marching Moscow and Putin is fleeting, and then everything's going down in Russia. We finally got him, and then literally 2 hours later, it's like, oh, we stand down. And then, oh yeah, it might have been him just trying to shake out his dissidents. So this whole thing may have been 40 chess from the jump, but then everyone reported on it like it was actually happening because they can't help themselves. So here's some footage earlier today from St. Petersburg, the horrific footage of the Russian coup earlier this afternoon. And you can see there's just blood all over the streets. People are fleeing. The military is just shooting everyone in sight.
Why is she wearing that blazer?
To defend them, Russia is quite a large country, so
yeah, this
does
this
not need to
guy's
be in every
crying for the well-being of his family. It's just a horrific scene all around that you're witnessing here. This is
What's up
terrible.
with that guy's
Terrible
hat?
thing.
Why are they all
so-
walking down the middle of the street? What's happening?
Well, they because it's
It's Insurrection Day. Did you not
No.
know that?
no. I mean, no. This is well, it doesn't matter. Everything's good. So
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything is just Peachy King. It's like, oh, the tree's kind of cute, but everything is just Peachy King. Yeah, see, look, that guy's running with his child for his life. I mean, it's just
come on.
bad things all around.
If BlackRock took Washington,
That guy's
D.C.,
delivering
those of us
food.
in Chicago would be celebrating. So don't worry
That
about it.
that guy's delivering food.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle of the emergency because somebody's really hungry. So.
Well, all right.
But
Well,
yeah,
there goes
that was
that's
just a quick
our
little news update there.
That's our nude
wrestling coverage.
That's our nude update. Speaking of nude update, did you see No Hard Feelings yet, Jacob?
I actually saw that a week ago. Yes, I did see that one.
You know, my opinion of that is going up.
Yeah, we're talking about it officially on Monday, but my kind of short little wrap up of that one is that it's a film for absolutely nobody. And what I mean by that is that it's trying to play off of those 1980s, 1990s sex comedies.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the progressive left audience have been conditioned to believe that those movies are bad. So doing one with a feminist bent isn't going to help matters because one, the people who you're trying to pander to don't like these type of films anyway, and then no one from the male demographic is going to watch a sex comedy with a female lead. So I don't know.
I'm just
who
saying.
this is for.
I'm just saying it might creep over a 5 in my estimation because I gave it a
10?
5. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it like a 4. So I mean, not that
Yeah,
too far off.
look, I just keep flashing back to the beach scene, and that's
Yeah,
that's
where
helping.
she suplexed that dude in the buff.
Oh, it was amazing.
Mhm.
Oh my dude, I'm like, oh shoot, she actually
Well,
did that.
Let's if we're gonna move on instead of talking about a movie no one but you two have seen.
Oh, just
sorry.
real quick before we get on to the Star Wars stuff, because Star Wars is dead anyway.
Yeah,
Asteroid
yeah.
City was another movie that I watched earlier
Oh,
today.
did you like it?
No, I did not. It is
Wow.
a style over substance derivative pretentious.
It's a
war.
Wes Anderson film.
movie.
I know. I mean, I know that sounds redundant talking about a Wes Anderson film, but it doesn't make it any less true. By the way,
Yeah, I
the
mean,
other thing that made me uncomfortable about that movie is how many people who are allegedly on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log who happen to be in that film as well.
A lot
But
of them.
We'll talk about that another day.
Ta-da-da.
All right, Star Wars. Yay.
Star Wars.
What happened?
talking
So
about-
last year, transgender and non-binary. Wait, what? How can you can't be both of those things?
Yeah, true.
Put it to you this way: Star Wars has been dead for quite some time now, and now the smell of its corpse is getting so strong that not even the normies can pretend like it's not there.
Who's this from? Marks an important Star Wars milestone. Who's this chick?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Chick is
Oh.
the.
Abigail
Sure.
Thorne?
Let's just call it an individual, be on the safe side for YouTube's sake.
Okay. Wait, so non-binary actor Amanda Steinberg. I don't know who that is. Will
Oh yeah,
star in
there's going to be a
Acolyte.
lot of they thems attached to this project that's coming out here, Disney Star Wars.
Oh wait,
so-
wait. Are you talking about the acolyte,
Yeah.
Yes.
like dynamite?
Yeah, there's going to be like several they them. So good luck trying to read any kind of article regarding this series in the next few months because this is going to be confusing as hell.
Yeah. Okay. Highlighted Tariq and Tariq. Oh god. Both are non-binary Jedi who call the galaxy far, far away home. This
Are we
is
sure
dumb.
the Empire didn't win? Like, it sounds like the Empire won.
I mean, I'm kind of rooting for them at this point. Let's see here. So in honor of Trans Day of Visibility, we're proud to unveil an exclusive cover highlighting these two people who are not trans, but they're non-binary. Oh no, they're trans non-binary Jedi.
Because if there's one thing that's true about 2023, it's that trans people are not visible enough.
Currently featured in Marvel's The High Republic. We support trans lives and we are passionate and committed. Blah, 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 blah. Why Star Wars is for everyone.
Has it even been 10 years since Disney bought Star Wars? Like, has it been a decade yet?
I think it has, hasn't it? Yeah.
Maybe it's been around a decade because I know Force Awakens came out in 2015. I'm just thinking to myself,
Right. They had to
Who-
have bought it a couple years before that, so we're getting close to 10 years.
it's like, who knew that it would be destroyed this quickly in less than 10 years?
I
Like,
mean,
I still have a PS3 that works from like 2006, and like these people couldn't
Great.
even handle a Star Wars franchise in that amount of time.
oh, look at this. Ahsoka's female-led cast makes Star Wars history. Everything's history.
Especially when we make it up.
Oh, this is exactly why Star Wars is a shit. Is shit now. I'm so sick of all the diversity woke gender policy. Let's hope they pay as much attention to the script as taking off the diversity.
Delete those comments. We cannot have this on the internet.
And or is a boring waste of time. Good luck, woke tardal. Whoa. Oh, look, the kind of guys who never lack for representation are in the comment howling because other people get to see themselves in the stories too.
Maybe this is the downside of having entertainment for everyone. Maybe we should go back to being more selective with all of our properties again.
Look, I mean, I've never complained like, why am I not represented in Love Actually? They're all British.
Maybe we need to go back to treating television and night shows like the VIP section of a nightclub. It's like, sure, everyone can get in the door, but only a few people can get in this section over here.
Wow, I don't feel represented in fried green tomatoes.
Yeah, this
I'm not represented in Now and Then.
Like it's really just astounding how this thing is falling apart. Like all the Disney properties are falling apart in the front of our face. Like Marvel's falling apart, Star Wars is falling apart, Indiana Jones, Pixar. It's like ESPN's been dying for years. Like everything associated with Disney is just rotting in front of our face.
I'm not represented in Bridges Over Madison County. I'm not old nor did I commit suicide. Oh
God.
How many more can I do? Let me think. I'm not represented in Wall-E. I'm not in space or a robot.
Well, at least we know that 43% of the enemy forces are going to be very easy to take out because they'll probably just
I'm not represented in. I don't have anything else. It's kind of out of it.
Heather's question mark.
I'm not represented in Greece because I didn't live in the 1950s.
Even though all we do is tell you that the 1950s was horrible, but we still.
Oh, did you see that the Pink Ladies got canceled?
Shocker! It's not even the shock that it got canceled. It's a shock of who greenlit this crap in the first
It's actually
place.
being taken down now too off of Paramount.
No. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, apparently no one was watching it, so they're like, we're not gonna waste our fucking bandwidth on this show.
Yeah, 4 shows actually got canceled just recently. I don't even recall what the other 3 were because they were that exciting.
Here's an interesting thing to note, and this is from an article earlier today that was shared widely with me.
Wait, that was shared widely with you?
Yes. Paramount's got about 2 years left.
Okay, until
they're done.
Until the Borg takes over?
They're done.
No, I mean Yellowstone.
No. I mean, they're done.
Oh, wait, no. Mayor Kingstown comes on there too.
Yes, there's a lot of things that are on there, but the problem is they suck at money, and the worst decision they ever made was to recombine Viacom and CBS. That was the worst decision ever. And
they also have MTV.
Well, but they don't. Okay. Anyway,
remember MTV? Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Those are good times.
Anyway, it's quite possible Paramount as an entity, Paramount Global, will no longer exist, and all of the pieces will be sold off individually, and National Amusements will have destroyed multiple megacorps inside of a 5-year period. Good times.
And it's funny you just bring this up because earlier this week we were talking about the possibility of I personally feel like Warner Brothers getting ready to just, I don't know if it's going to happen in the next couple of years, but somewhere soon they're just going to sell off all of their assets, and I feel like that Comcast is going to be there to scoop up the majority of them, a lot like what Fox happened with Disney. And I feel like we're fast forwarding to the part where, look, you're only going to have like 1 or 2 mega corporations controlling everything you watch. And that's pretty much where we're going to be, whether do we like it or not? Because we're already down to like a big 4 or 5. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 sometime in the near future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, simplified, streamlined.
Except for a few things that I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and maybe you're right. Comcast picks up a few of those assets, and some other people do along the way, like Sony, Apple, and so on. They can't pick up the whole thing. I mean, they just can't. They already have massive issues with antitrust that's coming. Antitrust is going to be becoming more serious, but I understand where you're coming from.
That's fucked up, Soul Assassin. But yes, I did finally felt seen when Anakin was burning on Mustafar. I'm like, yes, now I'm seen.
By the way, this actress here was named Jamila, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She's one of those people who I just generally feel bad for because she's just an absolute mess of a human being. Like just personally, and like everyone talk about, oh, she's woke, she's it's like, yeah, but I mean, when you're that screwed up in the head, I mean, that kind of comes with the territory. Just like,
she's pretty dumb.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on there. Like she put it this way: she looks like the type of person who just needs a hug.
She's just dumb.
All right. So what's her problem? Is that she doesn't want non-binary people in the women's category?
Yes.
Well, she's starting to see the ramifications of what she's been pushing for all these years. And it's like, oh well, if quote unquote trans women start being accepted in these categories, or we start getting rid of male and female categories altogether, then women might be getting the crap end of that stick. So she's looking ahead and being like, oh yeah, well, if we just get rid of all the gender quick categories, and they might not be given any nominations or awards to women at all.
You think she holds that same opinion when it comes to female sports?
Maybe internally, but I'm not sure if she has the balls to actually come out and say that, because the second you step out of line with left-wing Hollywood and any issue whatsoever, no matter how small it is, they'll swarm on you like a pack of dogs. So
yeah, they will. So yeah, I mean, that's about everything in this article, right? I don't know how much more detail.
Well, we kind of boiled it down. I mean, she's honestly realizing, as Jacob summarized, the fact that if they bring in the non-binary folks, they're going to eliminate the women folks. And this is something that they're recognizing in sports and a whole lot of other areas as well. They're like, oh shit, we outwoked ourselves.
Yeah. In other words, that boomerang that they threw up into the stars is coming back at them very, very quickly.
Yeah, and and the outlook for it is not looking good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, she wrote so much here. Look at this shit.
Yeah, well, she does ramble on. I mean, yeah, she's not bright.
I mean, all she had to say was non-binary people gross. And
well, it's a little more nuanced than that. But yeah, I guess maybe.
I think it would.
Remember She-Hulk? Remember when that was the thing?
Oh,
smash that like button.
I just figured out where you're going after this.
Where?
I'm not gonna say it, but I know it.
Put it in a private chat. That way we can bully him privately.
Here you go. Put it in here. Going on talking vets with that Adam guy. All right, check the private DM.
Oh, okay.
That's later, but yeah, I'm doing that.
Oh, he's going on talking Vince with that Adam guy. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're going on another stream in between those two?
I gotta go in like just a couple of minutes. I told you I only got half an hour.
But you said you're going somewhere. Where are you going?
Because I have an obligation that I have to fulfill.
What is it?
Just a thing. I gotta go to a thing.
What's the thing? What's happening right now?
I'm going to hang out with somebody. I gotta do a thing.
He's going to hang out with his real friends.
Right?
No, oh my gosh. Matt and I are boys, right? And Tina's supported me from way back. And Jacob, you are like my hero, seeing all the films that you do. So, yeah.
Yeah, Jacob, you're my hero for doing the thing that you were already doing.
Yeah, before I met you.
Well, I didn't know. Now I know. Now you're my hero. Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Mm-hmm.
You're
that sounds like an Enrique Iglesias song.
You're everything I wish I could be.
I like Enrique Iglesias. Post Mole. Never cared for the Mole.
I remember that hot tennis player he was dating like 20 years ago. Whatever happened to her?
I don't know. I can.
It was a CIA meeting.
I can fly higher than an eagle.
Was that an R. Kelly song?
No, because you, Jacob, are the wind beneath my wings.
All right. Okay. So what's this last article about? Disney's carousel of progress new woke scene enrages fans.
Oh
What?
no!
This one I'm heartbroken over.
Oh boy, here we go.
What is this about?
Oh, shocker! Disney made a bad creative decision.
Oh no, what they do? Let's see. Do you want to read it? Anybody but me?
I mean, I can't even see it, so no.
If you unbiggen it, I'd read it for you.
Oh, they are so woke. Oh shit!
Disney World is reportedly making some modifications to the Carousel of Progress attraction at Magic Kingdom Park in an effort to make the experience less offensive, but many say the changes are anything but progress.
What is the Carousel of Progress?
It's a really cool
The-
attraction in Tomorrowland that was originally in the 64 or 65 World
64,
Fair.
65 World
Oh, so
Fair.
it was
Yep.
racist.
No, it was not. In fact, there was so much innovation in that particular World's Fair, and Tina knows this because she's in my same wheelhouse. This was one of the attractions that made its way across the country to Disneyland, along with a lot of other innovations like Small World, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And unfortunately, what they're going to do is they're going to take the very last scene
And
in
fuck
the
it.
Carousel of Progress. Exactly. So instead of it portraying a quote unquote modern family celebrating Christmas together, they're going to incorporate all of the holidays from that time of year, such as Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and other fun stuff. And the young daughter will become non-binary, so she will no longer be called Patty or Patricia. She will be Pat, and she will have different
No.
clothes and a different hairstyle. Yes, she will. And the son, in addition to the family, is going to be the son's boyfriend.
Okay, well, one, if this is from whatever it is you're all talking about, that is creepy as shit.
Yeah, that's considered the modern. That's how the Carousel of Progress ends.
Yeah, that's creepy as shit, man. But have they never seen Pat?
This was such a great. It was such a great thing. I mean, it literally went generationally through time, through the innovation of the United States, and it's just a very clean and classic way. Basically, the same family generationally through time. I loved it. Really did.
Well, like I said, these people can't create; they can only destroy. So it comes to the destruction process.
Well, it's postmodernism, baby. The power to corrupt. That's all. That's the power they have. Is the power to corrupt.
Ugh, this is creepy as shit. Man, no, I mean, y'all can keep it. I'm not mad about it gets worse.
I feel like if Walt could come back from the dead, he'd probably like smite all Jay-Z properties on planet Earth at this point.
Wait, why is there somebody in the bathtub with why is Uncle Sam taking a bath?
No, that's Uncle Wilbur or Orville. Which is it, Tina? Do you remember?
I think Orville is correct.
Yeah, Uncle Orville.
That's an Uncle Sam hat.
Just
And it's really
ridiculous.
kind of cool because this kitchen scene changes, throughout the era. So they show you
That's
the
true.
addition of electric,
Do
and
these
then
things move?
then you start to see the 1940s. Yeah,
Because
they're
those are
animatronics.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn this shit with fire. Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
Well, anyway, there's Walt with the original dad. But look, as much as I want to hang out, this pisses me off, so I gotta go. So
Where you going?
I got a thing I gotta do. I'll see
He
you
has
guys
a thing with people
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
See you later.
I may be back. Hopefully, you'll be on Vets Talking.
Nah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty worn out. It was a long day.
Whatever, Margarita boy. I had fun. I'll be back. Peace out.
Have a
Love
great
you.
night.
Hasta luego.
Got menus? What? I'm looking at Twitter. I really wish Scott was going to be here because I am struggling. Not even going to lie. Tina, you're going to have to pull the slack here.
Well, I mean, you went through all the topics already.
Yeah. Who told you to do that?
Well, I mean, what?
Exactly. Geez. So what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about whether or not anybody's going to see Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I'm
this
seeing it.
Well,
Thursday?
what did you guys talk about on Wednesday? Because there's a couple of topics I can bring up here. I just didn't know if you guys hadn't already talked about them already.
I have
Like
no idea.
the Brie Larson one would be a good one. The catch up.
What happened to
You guys
her?
talked about that one. Samuel L. Jackson came out with a very interesting follow up on Larson, because if you guys didn't know, I guess you can also talk about that too. But if you guys didn't know, what's the name? That Secret Invasion in Marvel just came out today. Not today, but I guess earlier this week. And Samuel L. Jackson was doing a lot of press for it. So doing press for a show that Brie Larson's not even on, he decided to defend Brie Larson by calling her a strong woman, but then also saying that the election of Donald Trump broke her as a person, which I'm pretty sure she was broken well before that point. Yeah, I do have the thing up here if you want to bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Samuel L. Jackson says that the election of President Donald Trump broke Brie Larson. So they're talking about, I guess he's talking about specifically her interrelations of his upcoming MCU projects. Because remember, he's playing Nick Fury in this Secret Invasion thing, which, if keep in mind, I think this was supposed to be like a post-Endgame storyline where it was supposed to be going into like the Skrulls and the Skrull invasion. But then they decided that, no, we're just going to move past all that and go straight into multiverse with Kane the Conqueror. But it's like, yeah, but we already planted the seeds for the Skrull invasion, so we have to pay it off somehow. So it's like, oh, okay, we'll just do a Disney Plus movie and then just move on from there. So yeah, Samuel Jackson is playing him in the upcoming series. Oh, sorry about that. Recently revealed that the election of Donald Trump broke Brie Larson, which broke a lot of people in Hollywood, apparently. He was talking to Rolling Stones. Jackson said, "You're going to be in the Marvels of Brie." Oh, sorry, the interviewer. So excuse me. You're going to be in the Marvels with Brie Larson. You two are good pals. She's got so much hate playing Captain Marvel from the more sexist side of Marvel's fan base. So we're still doing this narrative like almost 5 years later, by the way. What is it like seeing her go through that? Going through that tough time of dealing with internet hate? And then Jackson relayed that the two actors bonded on the film Kong, Skull Island, that they did together a few years back. Brie is
that
a
was
stronger.
good until she was in it. Real quick though, $5 Australian from Mr. Grant Gregory. Stream just got better here. Some moolah. Stream just got better here. Some moolah.
He's also saying that he's in the car right now, so please don't crash. That's all we have to say. Or maybe crash. I mean, I don't know. Maybe either way, it's fine by us. So yeah, this is Jackson speaking now. Brie's a stronger person than people give her credit for, even though he's going to contradict that with what he says later on. We've done con together. It was the most wonderful experience for either of us. We became great friends in that particular experience because we were both having such a hard time. He said when she was doing the movie Unicorn Store, which I believe is the film that she directed or wrote, or one of the two.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it yet. It looks terrible, but it says they were in the makeup trailer, and then she was like, "Are you trying to hire this actor? Or why not try to get me to do your movie?" She said, she said that I didn't think you would ever do it. So will you? And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So that's how she got Samuel L. Jackson to be in this absolute dog crap movie. And Jackson then continued to say that the election of Donald Trump broke her as a woman. He replied that we bonded through the election while we were doing the movie. Donald Trump won, and she was broken, and I was like, don't let them break you. You have to be strong now. He also relayed some comment saying that, Donald Trump reminds him of the people who used to call him like the N-word in like the 50s or some weird nonsense like that, but we'll get to that later on. Then she says that when she got the role for Captain Marvel, she was all like, oh, they want me to be in the Marvel universe. Should I do it? And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. But she's not going to let any of that stuff destroy her. He continued. And then Jackson then deriled Larson's critics by saying these incel dudes who hate strong women. Well, I mean, she's not really that strong. She got broken by an election, but we'll keep going. Or the fact that she's a feminist who has an opinion and has expressed it. Everyone wants people to be who they want them to be. She is who she is, and she's generally that. So that's kind of the whole spiel there with
so yeah, Samuel she's genuinely Jackson. Can I say cunt? I don't know.
Yeah, she's a strong female lead, is what he's saying right there. Somebody says, "Do you think that Jackson slept with Brie?" It's Hollywood. Don't have such strong morality when it comes to people in Hollywood.
It's so difficult for someone to be more boring than Superman, especially the Bryan Singer Superman. Mm-hmm. But her Captain Marvel pulled it off, man. Just white bread. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that was one of the criticism. That was that new feminist criticism of, oh, you're telling a woman to smile, that's sexist. It's like, really telling a movie star who's
Poor
leading her own
Don.
film, who's playing a superhero in her own film, that maybe, I don't know, smile a little bit, maybe don't look like you want to kill yourself, is being sexist towards women. But that was like a whole narrative. And then of course Rotten Tomatoes decided that they were going to come in and change their entire rating system for audiences because people were quote unquote review bombing the movie. So that review bombing, and that was a term that got created specifically because of Captain Marvel. So
Yeah.
it really goes to show you just how protected Brie Larson has been in Hollywood these last few years, where literally the entire world would be like, no, don't listen to those people. You're wrong. You're such a great actress. I love Captain Marvel. That was the greatest movie I've ever seen. It's like, guys,
I have never retroactively hated a show. I went back and watched Community, and when she came in, I forgot whatever season it was, I legit, no bullshit, booed out loud at my screen when she came on. And I was by myself. I'm just in my living room alone going, boo! I've never retroactively hated a show. But she made it so much worse than what it was.
Yeah, and this is all coming back from like her speech that she did. I think it was 2017, 2000. It was right before the movie actually came out, when she was defending A Wrinkle in Time, which was another woke progressive Disney bomb. But funny how Disney always has their tentacles in the downgrading of our society. But that was when she was saying that, I don't want to hear the opinions of white critics, especially white male critics, about the film A Wrinkle in Time, because
I don't want to know what didn't work for you.
Yeah, it wasn't made for you. Like, apparently it wasn't made for anyone else either, because nobody watched it. That's why it bombed. So
it's amazing how they can juggle both it wasn't made for you and also it was made for everyone, or you shouldn't have something made just for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So her coming out saying, this movie wasn't made for you, and then she got like pushback for that. People were like, oh my God, why are people being so mean to me on the internet? It's like, you just said that, like, you just said it. But it's literally that old internet meme you see on Twitter, where it's like the woman shoveling her crap opinions over the wall. Then the second that they shove it right back, it's like, oh my God, misogyny.
Oh man.
So
hey, Demongenite, what's up, man?
Any hype for, was it the Secret Invasion, which I haven't seen yet? I've heard terrible things about it so far. So
I saw it. It's not horrible.
No, I wouldn't say horrible, but it took so much willpower not to pick up my phone while watching it. I was like, I'm going to play some Sudoku. No, Mad, don't do it, because that's how I talk to myself in my head. I refer to myself as Mad. I'm like, no, Mad, just watch this show. I'm sure something will happen. Something will happen. Man.
Yeah. I mean,
something did happen in the last couple minutes.
I can only expect it's going to get worse from here, that it's not going to get any better, at least not in the near future. So
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Spoilers alert. How I Met Your Mother got shot and killed at the end.
Oh
yeah. And the saddest part about it is you don't know, did she die thinking Fury killed her?
No, because she figured it out. No.
I was just about to say, like, well, you sure it was actually her, or is not one of those like variants that they keep talking about? Like, it was like her.
Well, I mean, oh shit. Wait, hold on. So it counts now, right? Because used to, if they were going against the plan, then the TSA or whatever they're called would come in and blow up the world if they didn't make the right decision. But that's not a thing anymore, right? Now it's actually they have free will. Tina?
What are you talking about?
Well, it used to. Yeah, TSA, the people with the wand, and they'd come in and be like, you weren't supposed to have orange juice. You were supposed to have milk this morning for breakfast. Blah.
Oh, and the TVA. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was trying to follow you there.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely. But right now, unfortunately, we can't have that happening because the TVA is still trying to recover from its internal trauma that occurred as a result of the Loki season 1. So that means they're kind of cleaning house and figuring out who's in charge and what.
Right. But there's no longer a set path, right? It's no longer.
Correct. Yes. Because the multiverse now exists. There's tons of branches and nobody's cleaning up the branches. Yes.
Cool.
Yay.
I don't know.
But this story is really separate from that. I mean, it's going back to the Kree Skrull War from the first Marvels movie, and I'm sure it'll play into the Marvels sequel. And it's all about the fact that Nick Fury hasn't been around for 5 years, and he's never been quote unquote the same man since the blip. And he's old and he's no longer able to play the game. And it is kind of interesting because it's either Sam Jackson phoned in his performance or there really was something off about how he was playing the character. You know, he's walking with a
Well,
limp. He's looking older, more
I mean,
scraggly.
isn't he
Kind
like
of.
almost 80 though in real life?
I
So I mean, it would make sense.
I love the lamp, not even lamp shading. It was like, well, what about calling in some of the Avengers? You know, so many super. No, I got to do this one on my own.
Yeah.
This one's
I
personal.
mean, and Samuel Jackson is 74 years old, turning 75 this year. So I mean, you know, maybe just, I mean, it's not like 20 years ago when he appeared on Iron Man 1. So
Fucking Khaleesi shows up looking old as shit.
Oh yeah, she
oh yeah,
plays Talos's daughter. So if you remember from the Captain
Nope.
Marvel movie, Talos was the Skrull that they were working with. They were all sitting around the dinner table at Monica
Nah.
Rambeau's house, and then the Skrulls had a little daughter that was playing with
Why
Monica
aren't the
Rambeau's
Marvels
daughter.
involved?
Because Captain Marvel is off-world. She's got shit to do.
Oh, okay. What about Rambo?
I mean, you
Uh,
talk about like Nick Fury really hasn't had no presence in the Marvel universe since what Infinity
Age
War.
of Ultron?
I mean,
No, since
it's
Infinity
been
War.
a while. It's like they really don't even need him as a character anymore at this point. Like they've progressed so far beyond the whole Avengers initiative in the first movie that's like, what was he even still there for?
Honestly, I don't even think it's that he wants to do it on his own, but like, nobody's returning his phone calls because nobody knows who the fuck he is now. Because
Mhm.
everybody that knew him and knew what he did for the Avengers and for the world, they're all either dead or retired.
Good point.
You know what I mean? You think She-Hulk has any idea of even who he is, Nick Fury is?
I think Rhodey's about the only person you can count on, and we're going to see him in next week's episode.
Well, he was in this week episode too, wasn't he? Yeah, he's like a politician now.
Right, he's advisor to the president.
Yeah.
And after General Ross becomes president, I think he becomes like Secretary of Defense or something fun like that.
Hoff could play Nick Fury. I mean, maybe, yeah. I mean, oh shit, dude, that would be like the Flash, man. If they brought in David Hasselhoff.
Steimer.
Yeah,
Steen,
Baywatch.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Russo.
How old is Hoff? Is
inside
he
joke.
younger or older than?
I mean,
than Samuel at this point.
I don't know how David Hasselhoff is. What is he? I'm gonna say he's 62.
70. So he's actually a few years
Oh,
younger
shit.
than Samuel. So
Yeah, it'd be nice if some of these actors, you know, were good and could step into these roles.
yeah.
But what do we get? We get Ironheart.
I thought, man, that one, that's a future dumpster fire. I don't even think they've even announced if that one's officially coming back. Now I think they're just waiting to reshuffle it at the moment. But that
She
one
looks
is
so
awful.
hood, man. Like as soon as I saw her, I'm like, bitch, aren't you supposed to be in Love and Basketball? What are you doing over here?
And that one, like, if you thought like all the woke crap is bad, they poured all of that into Ironheart. Like everything you just heard about that Star Wars series at the beginning of the show, that's pretty much what they're doing with Ironheart too.
Yep.
So
She looks like the third female rapper in Rough Riders, you know? Like,
drop, shut them down, open up shop. Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit. Oh man. No. You know what? She kind of has more of that Third Coast feel to her. She's one of the No Limit soldiers.
One of like masterpiece.
yeah. Hootie hoo. Hootie hoo. Man, you remember when he had that wrestling group in WCW?
Oh god, yeah, that was
during
during the desperation age of WCW when they were losing viewers fast. It was like, how can we bring people in? Oh, I got an idea. Let's hire Master P and his group of rappers to be wrestlers.
The best thing that came out of that was, I don't know who they were, the white boys that did Rap is Crap.
That was Kurt Hennig. Yeah, the Rap is Crap song.
Oh man, Kurt Hennig, dude, he was so good. It did never was as successful as he should have been. Because I think in ring, he was one of the top 10 talents.
Oh yeah, like one of my first wrestling matches that I remember watching was him and Bret Hart in SummerSlam 1991. So this is going way back in the day. So yeah, it was a shame that he didn't reach the heights that he did, and then he died young too with a
hmm
variation of
he had such a great style. Like you could tell he had he's arrogant. You know what I mean in his character. I loved he would spit the gum up and then smack it. It was just little details like
remember when he was
that I
Mr.
loved.
Perfect in WWF, where he would like throw the football and catch his own pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Oh my
good.
God, this is it right here. I don't know. Let's see how much of this we can play, but we have to play this because this is a classic.
Fucking Jeff Hardy? No, sorry, Jeff Garrett?
No, Jeff Jarrett, but that's not him.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, no, that's a completely different wrestling redneck of the wrestling era. But yeah, this is
that looks like either Road Dogg or Jeff Jarrett while it's paused.
Yeah, no, but this is the great the only real country and wrestling fans remember this song. This is 1999's Rap is Clean, 90s Nashville.
Clean. It's so 90s country, you know?
Oh yeah.
When Aaron Lewis from Stained, when he left to go do country, his first album was so 90s typical country. It was like Garth Brooks.
By the way,
Clint
you cannot get away with doing that today. For the record, I mean, a bunch of like Southern white guys talking about how rap is crap.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Oh man, there's no. But that was that was such a weird time in wrestling, dude. It was so good.
Yep.
Even with
Wrestling
Master
used to
P.
be so good, and now it's trash too. So
I mean, think about it. You had Kiss. Kiss had a wrestler for whatever fucking. You know how much money they paid them
for one performance. One performance. Remember, they actually paid like James Brown, I think almost like $250,000 just to appear on one show, and he was never heard from again.
Oh man! And then fucking Bischoff is like, I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm. It was all Russo's fault. It was like, really, he paid James Brown $250,000 to show up for a pay-per-view he wasn't even advertised for.
Man, Russo did to wrestling what George did to the prequels, because untethered creative control gone amok, you know?
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Everyone always like says now that like, oh, it was Vince McMahon was the one filtering out all of the good ideas from Russo. But now you guys have been blaming Vince McMahon for all the bad ideas for like the last 25 years. So it's like, was he really the great filter?
I think so. I think they just don't have a Russo now that's giving good ideas, or if they are, you know, they're not even listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
I
think that era of wrestling was specifically made like for television, and now it's like, no, we need to go back to focusing on fake fights because that's what's gonna put butts in seats.
I haven't watched wrestling in so long.
I mean, I haven't watched it in a while either, but I still keep up with it. And like I said, it hasn't gotten any better. If I was smart, like if I can go back in time and instead of investing in Bitcoin, I would tell like myself in like 2003, no, I just stop here. It's not going to get any better than this right here.
I did watch WrestleMania. No, was it WrestleMania? I don't know which one it was. With Jeff from World Class Bullshitters, I was on there, so I watched it with them. It was the one where the wrestling Paul. You know, the Paul brothers or whatever. One's a boxer.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about that.
Where I forgot who he fought, but legit though, his match was the best match of the entire pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. It was the one with, I think it was it Brock Lesnar? They kept having to bury him with more and more shit until they would be able to pin him. They had to use a forklift.
Oh, you're talking about SummerSlam.
That was it. Yeah. Oh, dude. I walked away and I'm like, how the fuck did Logan Paul, whatever the fuck his name is, had the best match of the pay-per-view? It's so dumb. Freddie Prinze Jr. was a booker?
He was a booker for like, I think like somewhere like the mid to like late 2000s, but he was only there for like a brief amount of time. And because he worked there at some point in time, like he's still relevant in the spirit. I mean, it's not like his Hollywood career is anything to write home about anymore. So, I mean, I guess there's something with that now.
I mean, Patrice O'Neal was a writer for WWF too at one point.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That whole thing was just
man, remember David, what's his name? Deputy Dewey.
David Arquette.
Oh,
yeah,
Arquette.
Yeah. He became WCW champion. By the way, this
he tried to get back into wrestling like a few years ago, and he tried to have like a little run like on the independents and whatnot. But I don't know if it went that well for him. But Yeah, that was back when they had brought him back for that Scream reboot, and then they killed him off in that movie. Spoiler alert. So,
Man, I liked it. Did you ever see Ready to Rumble?
yeah, I mean,
I
look,
liked it.
for a wrestling fan back in like the 90s and 2000s, like there was a lot to like about Ready to Rumble. I mean, it's not good. I'm not going to say here pretend like it's a good movie, but for wrestling fans, it was a fun film.
Oh, it was great, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had Rey Mysterio in there. Had everybody.
He
in
had
there.
what's his name? Oliver, was it Oliver Pratt? Is that his name?
Yeah, Platt. Yeah, Oliver Platt. Yeah.
Singing Run DMC. So,
I liked the movie. And then that's when David, what's his name again?
Arquette.
Arquette. Yeah, that's when he got in. It got the WCW championship. Which, if you think about it, isn't that much more ridiculous than Vince McMahon being WWF champion?
Vince McMahon. You ever seen Vince McMahon as like the ECW champion? That was like prime hilarious Vince McMahon. They called him Do-Rag Vince. You remember watch that?
No.
Oh my god. Let's see if I can pull this real quick.
Fucking Keith Sutherland. Oh, whatever happened to him?
I don't know, but his dad was making Hunger Games movies for a while. Then he just kind of like went away. So.
I can't believe he's still alive. Donald?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
still
amazing.
kicking. Yeah,
what
so this is
no, I was already out of wrestling by this point.
So a little backstory here. This was shortly after the WrestleMania where Vince McMahon fought Donald Trump, and as a stipulation for losing the match, Vince had to shave his hair. So he shaved his hair bald after the match with Trump. And then after the months that followed, he booked himself to be ECW champion. So to cover up his bald head, he started sporting a do-rag. And this was the hilarity that ensued with do-rag Vince.
What's up, Holmes? What up?
Oh my god.
Come on. Yeah, you got the do-rag.
Wow.
Oh, it's like a new thing.
I mean,
That's tremendous. Excuse me while I whip this out.
can we call this a black scent?
Nice touch, huh?
I think it's close enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down.
Oh my god.
He's
Yo,
down with the brothers.
So Jay Leno, it was Jay Leno and who?
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone, right? Karl Malone, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, that's right. They did the month before that one, and Jay Leno did a match like right afterwards. Yeah. All works of Hulk Hogan too. So.
Oh man. Oh, I remember when in that match and Karl Malone does I think it was an arm drag. I guess a base like, oh, this is wrestling.
Oh no, that was Dennis Rodman, because Rodman had a match a year before that in '97, I want to say, with like Lex Luger, and then everyone wanted to see what Dennis Rodman would do, and then he just arm dragged Lex Luger, and like everyone just went nuts. He was like, oh my god, he could do a wrestling move.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, and at that same time, he's supposed to be getting ready for a championship with the Bulls or some shit.
That was a part of the story. If you guys watched The Last Dance, they were talking about
Rodman
during like the late '90s, and it was like dude wouldn't show up for practice at all because he was on Monday Nitro with Hulk Hogan and WCW. But it was like you couldn't tell him anything because he'll show up on Nitro, then the very next night in the playoffs he'll have like 20 rebounds. Like, you couldn't tell him anything.
Oh man, what a great time! Athletes I kind of feel bad for them because they don't have that anymore. Where they
got rid of it after, I think it was like '98, like after Rodman and Malone that went to WCW. A lot of the major sports leagues pretty much passed like a internal rule where you couldn't like wrestle or do anything physical during the season, because WCW also had like Reggie White and Kevin Green, who are old school football players. If you guys watched the NFL back in those days, and essentially the NFL said, no, you can't do this pro wrestling thing anymore. So they weren't allowed to use athletes as wrestlers after that point.
At the turn of the century, in like 1900, there was my favorite baseball player of all time, Rube Waddell. He was a pitcher, better than Cy Young almost every year, but he was also cuckoo bananas. He would chase fire trucks whenever they went by the stadium. He would leave in the middle of pitching to go chase them. Anyway, but when he would get there, he was always there late, but he would go through the fans, grabbing hot dogs and beer, and would get in fights with some guys because they would get upset because he grabbed their beer. And he would change into his uniform as he's running out to the diamond. He was bananas. He was awesome. He wrestled alligators in the off season. we can't have those kind of players anymore. They all have to be as professional on Twitter as they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember Andre Dawson and a couple of the other guys on the Cubs. This was back in the 80s, somewhere between 84 and 88, where during a rain delay, they were like, slip sliding on the thing that covers the field. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
what that's called. And they all got fined by
Of course
the
they did.
division for risking turning an ankle or something just by screwing around and entertaining the
How
crowd.
the hell did he get in here? Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Who let
No,
you in?
I'm in the chat group,
Oh, okay.
so I get the link. Someone let me in.
Ban him.
Ban him.
86 immediately.
What's up, man?
Oh, come on. I mean, at least Horny Elf is like the B team. I'm like C team. So, I mean, he's got the right.
No, I'm like the D team, and I mean like the D.
That's the first time I've ever heard you say anything horny.
Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to do better these days.
Dude, I
Speaking
had
of,
nothing for tonight, so Scott gets what Scott gets.
No. Well, since we do have a little bit of time here, I can show you this video. Remember the old steroids day of Major League Baseball?
Of course. The
Or-
Bash Brothers.
Yeah. So the whole
Mark McGuire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember 1998? It was Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa, and they were just hitting balls like way out of the
Hell yeah.
ballpark, and that everyone loved baseball again. And then Barry Bonds just started like hitting balls into another state, and it was just a fun time. And now everyone wants to look down on it, like it was such a horrible time in the sport, even though it literally saved baseball in America. Well, this was an old one from 2003, and I checked this, so we're clear to play this one. But the old one from 2003, where Sammy Sosa hits a ball out of Wrigley Field across the street.
Sammy Sosa.
You know, he's white now? So weird.
Yeah.
He's transracial.
I've been to Wrigley Field. It's awesome.
I've been to Wrigley Field many, many times. I've also been in the street outside of the stadium trying to catch a home run as a teenager.
I say we legalize all steroids and just
Yeah,
let
if they
the
wanna
baseball
use it, let 'em
players
use it.
Oh, yeah.
do their thing.
Well, we need to go back to hitting 500-foot home runs.
Right?
Yes.
Yep. Agreed.
Now, we don't give a crap what the baseball writers think about the steroids. Ever screw
Either-
them. They didn't buy any
either-
tickets.
Either make it all legal or none legal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, poor Pete Rose. He's never going to get in.
No. It's sad. It's like almost all of the best players like the game have to offer are not going to get in. Like Barry Bonds, they're not letting him in. They're not letting Sosa in. They're not letting Pete
Wait,
Rose
Barry Bonds,
in.
what did he do?
Oh, remember
He
they yeah.
Are you saying that his head naturally did not get twice as big over his...
Mhm.
He came in at 120 pounds, and by the time...
Yeah. Dude, there was one year, if you guys remember the old 2002 World Series, I believe the only World Series Barry Bonds played in, he hit a ball so far in Anaheim one time that the cameraman literally lost it. Like, couldn't find where it went and just gave up as he was chasing.
I mean, even I had a Mark McGuire card from when he was in the Oakland A's.
Yeah.
And you look at that picture and him, and then compare him to when he played for St. Louis, it was night and day.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, he was juicing the fuck up when he was with the A's as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, did you see
Just
those
didn't have the
massive
quality
arms
stuff
that he
yet.
had? So, I mean, Jose Canseco always talks about that. Yeah.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
totally juicing up when we were on the A's. So it's like, no, where do we
Yeah.
think he got started from? People didn't notice it till like years later, but no, we were totally on the juice even back then. So
Baseball is so underrated now. Did you know that the high five was invented by a gay black baseball player for the LA Dodgers?
no, but that sounds about right.
It's true. He somebody gets hit a home run or some shit, and he was coming to home plate, and he was waiting on the guy at home plate, and he was so excited he didn't know what to do with his hands, so he's just holding his hands up, and the guy hits his hand. Like, what just happened? We invented the high five, and for that season, it was like their move, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So who invented the
team.
high five followed by the butt slap? Who invented that?
Oh, that would
Are
be
we sure
Top
that
Gun?
wasn't the same guy?
But yeah, that's a true story.
Speaking
I
of the
forget guy's
A's,
name.
real quick. So if you guys don't know, the A's are moving to Las Vegas here in the next couple of years. Vegas has already approved a plan to build a new stadium, which is going to have to be an indoor stadium because who wants to play baseball in 115-degree heat? But the A's are going to be Oakland's third franchise that is going to leave the city of Oakland in like the last 5 years. So the Oakland went to Vegas a few years ago. I mean, the Raiders went to Vegas a few years ago. Golden State just moved from Oakland to San Francisco, and now the A's are going to be going to Vegas as well. So Oakland's losing all of their teams in a very rapid pace of time. But there was a story earlier this week that people like Tom Hanks and like Rebecca Black of all people were complaining that the A's are leaving Oakland. So they were saying like, how can Major League Baseball like do this and whatnot? And it's like, don't you guys have more important things to worry about in your life than A's baseball?
What, like people shitting in their streets?
Yeah. Or I mean, the only thing people do in Oakland now is apparently go into the streets, steal people's cars, and then take over streets and commit crimes. Like that's all that happens in Oakland anymore. I can't tell you like how many times in the last like 5 years I've heard someone or know someone who's gone to Oakland, and the second they got there, oh, someone smashed my window and took all my stuff. It's like, yep, that's what happens there.
Are you saying that's the reason why they may have left?
Is that the reason why literally everyone is leaving? Like I said, you don't just lose 3 major sports franchises in less than a 10-year period unless something's going down in your city. That's all.
Wait, what are you talking about? St. Louis?
No, Oakland.
Oakland.
Oh, Oakland.
Have you not been listening to like the last 5 minutes of this show?
No, I'm listening. Oakland, man. Yeah, dude, that place is rough, man. You know, they had the Raiders.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is what Rebecca Black looks like now. Apparently, she's a witch now, so that's
What?
the thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So
She's still
That's her.
doing shitty videos online?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't remember the Friday song.
yeah.
Where does it go?
So she's closer to having an OnlyFans account. Got it.
Yeah. Who knows? She might already have
What
one.
the
We
fuck
just don't
does she
know,
even do
so.
now? Does she just keep singing, "Hello, it's Friday"? I don't know the
Yeah.
song. Hey, Mark, what's your favorite Rebecca Black song?
Who's Rebecca Black?
Fun fact, she's white.
Correct answer.
What?
Correct answer.
Not seriously. Who is she?
I have no idea. She sung this Friday song that people know.
She sung this song that was like a meme like 15 years ago. That terrible Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. That song, like back in like 2008, 2009, somewhere back then.
Hey, Soul, man, do you remember when the Cowboys used
Is
to
she
have their
black?
training camp here?
No.
Man, I used to always go, dude. Marcus Spears probably the nicest dude at that time on the team, because he, after the mini camp or whatever it was done for the day, he went around the entire fucking Alamo Dome just talking to everybody, signing any autograph, taking pictures. He was the last player on the field after everybody had already gone back to the locker room. But Marcus Spears, and that I guess always stood out to me. I've always liked the dude because he's genuinely nice. You know, he put so much time into talking to everybody. But yeah, Cowboys used to do that thing here. Sad.
What's up to the chat? Chips Ahoy, man. Chips Ahoy.
What? Is that your new saying?
Yeah.
It is. I'm going to make it happen, bro.
Chips Ahoy.
Oh, here's
Don't,
another.
don't ask me what it's supposed to mean. I don't know. Just something that popped into my head. Chips Ahoy, baby. Ah.
So, Mark,
What up, y'all?
what's up with you, man? You missed everything. We went through all the topics within the first 20 minutes.
You guys always like you do this lightning round thing, man. You
Yeah.
got to dive down deep into the topics.
I mean, but
What
it's
did
the
you
same
talk about,
shit.
dude?
Look, here's my thing. I'm a little tired, so I'll be honest. Here's my thing. It's the same shit everybody talks about on every fucking stream all week. You know what I mean? I can only put in so much effort.
Well, you can share the
See,
picture
one
I
thing-
have of David
Oh, yeah.
Hasselhoff back when he was Nick Fury. I mean, that's fun.
Wait, what the fuck was David Hasselhoff wearing?
That's David Hasselhoff?
No, that's Rebecca Black.
Oh,
Holy crap.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's what she looks like now. Well, just for Mark's reference, because you had no idea.
But I
who
need
she
to know
was.
what she's saying. She's a
It's
singer,
the
right?
Friday song.
Oh, not really.
Friday song.
She wasn't a singer then, and she's not much better now. That's all I can say.
Well, what is she known for?
That Friday song.
Song.
I don't know the song. I just know that she's known for that song. Is that weird?
Yeah.
It was
Why did
kinda
we
like-
start
'cause this is
talking
like-
about her to begin with?
I have no
We
idea.
were
Because this is
talking
getting
about the
personal
Oakland
now.
A's.
I need to know. I'm gonna have to look this up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
this
find
is
the
the
song.
terrible song that she did way back in the day. Like put it in the PT for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this was
yeah.
a whole 11 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, but no, Mark, we've covered some pretty good topics. We talked about wrestling, Master P in wrestling, Dennis Rodman in wrestling, steroids.
Jay Leno and
Did you actually talk about anything that was advertised? Is the question.
Yes, all
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
they
in
did
the
that
first
all in the
15
first-
minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah, Mad decided to go through all of our topics in like the first 30 minutes of the show without talking about it much at all. So then we have to like stretch out for like other things to talk about.
Man,
Did you guys watch Secret Invasion?
yeah.
Yes, we
We
did.
Ugh.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. Awful.
What'd you think?
Uh, It took so much for me not to pick up my phone. You know, I had to keep
And-
telling myself,
and-
no, Mad, don't play Sudoku. Watch this fucking
You
show.
mean pick up
You
your
gotta watch
phone and
it
throw
at
it across the
6
room?
You got to watch it at 6 in the morning while you're having your coffee, so you know you're wide awake
What
and
the fuck?
ready for the MCU fun.
Yeah, it's painful because I think they think that we're supposed to see this as like gritty and like this is a serious one, you know, like something deep is happening here. But I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling it.
No.
It's like they're
Hey,
trying too hard.
Did y'all know Nick Fury's black?
Listen,
They kept
that's
reminding you
Samuel
during the
Jackson.
show.
Wait, is this version of Nick Fury just been a variant this whole time?
He's not even playing Nick Fury. That's the thing. Not even black Nick Fury. He's just playing Samuel Jackson.
He's playing old man who can't do anything.
Yeah.
But he slipped in a racial slur, so I mean, yay for Nick Fury. So
But like I
Oh,
said, like
yeah, he did.
people were saying that no, Samuel L. Jackson, like he's not moving around as much in the show. It's like, yeah, he's 75 years old.
Yeah.
Like you know how long ago Iron Man 1 was? It's like dude's almost 80.
Yeah, he was in his
Yeah.
50s when when the MCU started.
Wow. Time, man. Time. But it's just not happening for me. I don't know. It was just the first episode, but it's not looking good, bro.
No.
Like
was
Marvel
boring
is just
as shit.
circling the train.
Khaleesi looks old. I don't know how she's playing this daughter.
Oh, yeah,
I guess.
she's tiny, but she's got an old woman face.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I
She's
mean,
about
I
to hit
think
the wall.
I think the character's like 38 years old.
Shit. What? Oh, yeah, that's
She's
right. Because
36,
Captain
so,
Marvel
I mean,
took
Yeah.
place in the 80s or
Yeah.
90s or whatever.
Yeah, but she's not. They didn't do any makeup to make her look older. That's just how she looks.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I don't know, man. I have no interest in the show, but I'm going to keep watching it.
Hollywood has tried a couple of times to make her an action star, and it's like, can you please stop? Like they put her as Sarah Connor in Terminator a few years ago, and then
Yeah.
they tried to have her steal the show in the Solo movie right after that. And it's like,
I don't understand why they think no. Give this iconic line to a different actor in a different movie. You know, and it's gonna work out well. So she's like, "Come with me if you want to live." Bitch, that ain't your line. Do you know what I mean? Who thought that? Like, oh, dude, the audience is gonna go crazy when they hear her say his line, or in like Multiverse of Madness. When she's like, I could do this all day. Bitch, that ain't your line either.
oh god, is this what she looks like now? Jesus.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying, I don't know who
she's-
thinks that's a good idea.
She's aging like milk.
She looks like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, like right before she died. And what is this?
Whoa, whoa,
yeah, that's
whoa.
a bad photo. That's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
It's
that's,
not
that's
great.
not cool, bro.
Does she got some? Does she have like
Is
a
that
black
her in the
grandfather?
scroll makeup? Yeah.
Uh,
Wow.
What?
Yeah. Well, remember, I mean, she had
anybody
multiple
know?
brain aneurysms, so I
True.
mean,
That
she's
is
probably
true.
not really all there. I think.
But does he have like a
Yeah.
black great grandfather or something?
That was a
don't
black
know.
white photo, Matt.
Well, no shit, Tina. I wasn't like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
she's
the-
employed.
Yeah.
There was some people who were asking for a while for her to take Amber Heard's place in the Aquaman. thing.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
remember
know,
that.
because she got Yeah, because
Look,
I
look,
mean,
I'm not
look,
the only one.
even
Look
on
at
the
this.
show, she doesn't look that much
Who's
better.
that? Nina Simone. I'm not the only one. I'm telling you. She got some soul to her. I'm
I mean,
somewhere
this
down
is from the
line.
show, and she
With
doesn't
Nina
look that much
Simone?
better either.
Oh, she's got
Oh,
that,
she looks white as shit there.
dark eye makeup.
Why does her lips look
Make her
so
look
much
edgy.
smaller here? Am I the only one that noticed how?
She's been through some hard times. I mean, she had to obliterate an entire town, and
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Her
I don't
babies
know,
got
man.
pretty old.
I mean, maybe that casting couch isn't working.
oh,
I hear you. She can still
Right,
get
well,
it
Mr.
though, because just on the memory of what she used to be. That time she
Hey,
disrobed back in Game of
She can
Thrones.
still get it, but just remember, you won't be first or last.
Bro, nobody is first anymore. That's the thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's
I mean,
not
shoot,
even a
most
concern
guys aren't even
anymore.
like 30th anymore. That's how bad it's getting.
What's
I
that?
used to say if there was a volcano blowing somewhere and you had to find a virgin to throw into the volcano, we'd all be ass out, bro. It's like there's no such thing anymore, dog.
No.
Sad but true.
So I guess we got another little story here. I'm not sure if you guys talked about this one earlier this week, but I can pull this one up.
Sure.
So speaking of people who are just a complete mess in life, you guys remember Demi Lovato?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Well, apparently she gave up on being non-binary because it was even too confusing for her to deal with. So yeah, by the way, she's back to being a her now. She's not being they them anymore. She tried that
It was
for
too
a
much
while.
effort.
Yeah, it was too much.
That's when you know it's real, is when you give up on because it's too much effort to explain.
So, I mean, what is there to say about Demi Lovato at this point? It's like she was a Disney star, like very, very young, like 20 years ago or something like that. And then she's had issues of drug problems. Apparently, she got raped by a producer while she was at Disney. Almost
What?
died
That's so
from
unheard of.
yeah, no, right? Disney never would do anything like that. She almost died of a heroin overdose not too long ago. And then she went through like this weird, like non-binary witch alien phase for a while.
Yeah, I like the alien face though. I'm like, yeah, girl, or yeah, them.
Yeah, it.
Yeah, she was on some show where she was talking to ghosts and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't watch that show.
Or
but-
as I call them, demons, because it's probably she was just talking to demons. By the way, she's only 30. Like she's like only 30. It
Wait,
feels like
what?
she's been around forever, but yeah, she's only 30 years old.
Good lord.
Damn, I thought she was 40 something.
Right?
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't
Or-
almost overdose on heroin.
Be responsible when you do it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any responsibility to heroin. I think that's probably one we can.
I mean,
We'll get to that one later. 2 years after publicly coming out as non-binary, the Disney star announced that she is ditching the use of the they/them pronouns she used to refer to herself. In an interview with GQ, I don't even know what show she's been on, but
was it GQ for men at one point?
Yeah, but I mean, everything that used to be for men has now been inverted to women now, because that's where our society is. So, yeah. She talked about how her sudden change of pronouns and her gender identity was because she was sick and tired of educating people on why she claimed to be a non-binary and why she used they/them pronouns. So imagine us reading these articles where you have to refer to these people as they/them, as if you're talking to somebody in the third person, and then this person has to live that life, and even it's getting confusing and irritating for them. So this is what she said. I constantly had to educate people and explain why I identify with those pronouns. I said it was absolutely exhausting. I just got tired, but for that very reason, I know it was important to continue to spread the word.
Wait, hold on though.
What?
But here's the thing. She's explaining it to people as if they're going to use it while they speak to her. No, dum-dum. Because no one ever uses pronouns when they're speaking to you directly, right? So she's explaining to people how they should address her when she's not around. That's your fault. That is so exhausting because you explain it to people you're talking to when there's no need.
Yeah. And like I said, I think this is one of the latest pictures of her. So she's had a pretty rough time. She used to be a pretty attractive girl not too long ago. But like I said, the Hollywood, drugs, witchcraft, and overdosing will do that to you. So she also said that, there's something that she said here talking about gender neutral spaces like sex assigned bathrooms. Like I face this every day. For example, in public toilets, having to access the women's bathroom, even though I don't completely identify. You don't completely identify with the women's bathroom. What are you talking about? Like what?
How do you identify with a toilet? Like, what are we talking about here?
We're talking about mental illness. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then here's the other thing. It says that Lovato theorized this could be due to conditioning to select women on the government documents because there's no other available options. I wonder why. She says here, it happens when I'm filling out forms such as government documents or anything. We have to specify your gender, she acknowledged. There's only two options, male and female. I feel like none of that makes sense to me. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I think this has to change. No, it doesn't. Hopefully, in time there'll be more options because we don't need more.
Like
options.
what?
It's male
like
and female.
What? Yeah. What does she want?
She wants us to acknowledge. Like, remember, this used to be a meme, by the way. Remember the whole thing of like 5 years ago on Twitter, you would see like these gender charts, and there'll be just a whole bunch of like made up nonsense, like 50 after like male and female. And now we're at the point where they legitimately want us to identify with the 50 made up nonsense genders now. This is where we are at this point. Lovato recently revealed she suffered from depression and addiction. Shocker. Dealing with anxiety. She even noted that there have been times where I've dealt with depression where I would have suicidal inclinations. Yeah, that's not a surprise. I thought of something. I said it's something that I've struggled with since I was very young. It's something that I struggle with if I don't stay on top of it. Basically, what she's saying here is that someone who has gone through a horrific childhood of sexual abuse and rape and bullying and growing up in the Hollywood system and hardcore drugs, hardcore partying, that all of this mixed in a pot, and you may just identify with the rainbow community. So I don't know if that sends the message that she wants it to send, but it's pretty much what she's sending home here.
Can anyone think of somebody who identifies as non-binary or trans, whatever, who does not have traumatic events in the same sense what she went through?
Someone who hasn't been through a horrifically tragic life,
right?
Whether it's physical, sexual, or mental abuse.
Yeah. Can anyone name someone that identifies as non-binary or trans that?
The children of rich people who need a transgender child like they need a pocket puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, but that's put on to them by their parents.
Soul Assassin in the chat says, "What's up with witchcraft nowadays?" Megan Knox, yeah. So I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but a lot of actresses, a lot of people nowadays are coming out as members of the occult, members of witchcraft. Yeah, Megan Fox came out not too long ago. Vanessa Hudgens, Emma Watson. There was Elizabeth Olsen last year. There's been quite a few people. And here's the funny thing. I was writing an article for Bounding in the Comics this week because there was a guy, I think his name is Jimmy Levi, if I believe that's his name. He had a like rap song, like was it Bryson Gray or something like that, who did like the Reclaim the Rainbow. He went on Jason Whitlock's show on YouTube earlier this week, and he talked about, well, he was on American Idol, and this is only like 2 or 3 years ago, not that long ago at all. He was talking about how because he was a secular Jew who didn't believe in like any kind of religion or whatnot, that he was involved with, these people in these parties in Hollywood. And I guess one day he walked in on a bunch of old men doing sexual things to children. Let's just put it that way. That's how he described it, right? And he come to find out that the home that the party was being held at, the guy who owned it was like a high-ranking official in the Satanic Temple. So that's where it kind of clicked to him that, oh, wait, Satan is real. And a lot of these people are into a lot more evil stuff than I realized. I was writing an article about that. It was supposed to go up. And then for whatever reason, that article has now been scrubbed off of YouTube. Whitlock had a video of the full interview that has been taken down. Even on his live stream portion of it, that part's been taken off as well. So I find it very, very interesting that he pretty much admitted that, yeah, about 70% of Hollywood are into witchcraft and the occult right now, and admitted that he was involved with people who did, pedophilia and Satanism. And now all of a sudden that's just completely gone off the internet, just in a matter of a couple of days. So.
Yep. This has been around for a long time.
So if you're wondering why you're noticing so many witches or people openly progressing to be a part of witchcraft and part of Satanism, it's not a coincidence. It's never been a coincidence, but now you're starting to see that these people are exactly who they told you they are.
Well, it's all part of the same thing. I mean, I mean no disrespect to the trans, the LGBT community, and all that stuff, but this unnatural push that we have today, where they have to be going straight for the kids and all of this stuff, it's all a part of that. It's all a part of the same thing. All of that satanic, demonic stuff that they're putting into all of our programming, and it's being soaked in through the government. Everything. We are losing this war, man, because everyone is trying to be polite by not calling it out.
Well, the problem is like people are still looking at this as this is still a cultural war that we're fighting right now. It's like, no, it's not. It's actually quite a spiritual war we're fighting. And the problem is that, there's still a lot of people who are in denial about what exactly is going on here. But there was a tweet earlier this week that put it perfectly that you might not believe in Satan, but your enemies do. And that's pretty much where we're at right now as a society. So
yeah, you can't even, when somebody sneezes, you can't even see God. You can't even say God bless you without somebody next to you being like, God, you believe in that? It's like, bro, you don't understand what's going on here. It's like we don't all have to be on some kumbaya shit and everything, but you have to see how they have attacked people's at least right to believe what they want to believe. Like, I don't care, what you believe in or don't believe in or whatever, but this is supposed to be one nation, under God, right? You're supposed to have freedom of religion, right? But for some reason, this is something that is automatically attacked as soon as somebody even hints to something like that.
Yeah,
but these people who are in office, these people who are running these studios and stuff like that, they believe in their rituals and they soak their TV shows and movies with all type of esoteric symbols and everything. You watch Beyonce's videos, you see all that shit all in her videos, and they know what that stuff means.
Fact,
we're the dumbasses who don't.
There was a Taylor Swift video. I'm gonna pop this one up real quick because this one was trending this week, where she's performing on one of her recent concerts, and it looks like she's just straight up performing a witchcraft ritual during the middle of a stadium show with like thousands of people there. The Taylor Swift. Let me pop up this video right here. Yeah, so this one was trending this week. So you tell me if you notice anything suspect with this video here.
In her most recent concert, Taylor Swift is performing witchcraft. And I know this is gonna.
What the fuck is this hocus pocus bullshit happening?
Yeah,
right to me.
But by the way, this is one of her stadium shows, which I'm pretty sure it has like at least 50,000 young girls who absolutely love Taylor Swift.
It's not even Halloween, man. At least sneak that shit in.
Yeah, but by the way, they can't even use the excuse that, oh no, this is just Halloween. Right? It's like May. Like,
yo, I don't want Scott to get claimed for this shit, but yo, did you see that Pound Town song, right, by Red Sex? Yeah. Bro, you know what was most disturbing? There was another video of her at a stadium with thousands of people, and they all knew the fucking words to this song. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. How do all these people know this? Oh, my booty hole brown. She's so bad. Right. She's the Neil Breen of rap.
By the way,
it wouldn't necessarily be so bad if you didn't see what's going on with the younger kids. You know what I mean? Like they've been talking about, you want to talk about LGBTQ. They were breaking down the age groups, the generations, Generation X and all that stuff. Once you get down to like Generation Z or whatever, it skyrockets. The people who are identifying as transgender, all of this stuff. And they're acting like, oh, well, this is just the age of freedom. No, they've been influenced. They've been conditioned. And we're just sitting by and watching it happen, man. All of this stuff is not harmless, It's not just harmless fun.
And like I said, a lot of people just completely write it off because, I mean, let's be honest, we got a lot of people who, they're either atheists or they're agnostic, so they don't believe in any of this stuff. So they're kind of in the mindset of, well, if I don't believe it, then it can't be true, right? They don't see that maybe there's a bigger game going on right that's bigger than just them or bigger than just all of us.
That's literally how 30% of all horror movies start. It's some white guy not believing that this shit's real, and then they get killed. That's why I don't fuck with that shit.
Yep.
You ain't gonna
And
That's
get
what I'm
me.
saying.
And that's what the guy
You know?
the guy I was talking about earlier this week. He was saying that, yeah, I grew up Jewish. It's like I didn't believe any of this stuff was real because we don't believe in Jesus or Satan or anything like that. But then when he started seeing it with his own two eyes, he couldn't no longer pretend like none of this stuff is real anymore. It's like, there's only one conclusion you can come to.
Aliens.
That's what I'm saying. Anxiety, depression, suicide rates, all of these things. I mean, it's not just a coincidence that you see like how this has risen in the last 10 or so years. This is what's going on, man. It's like I said, if all of this was happening, they're doing their little rituals on stage and it was just all a show, but then you see how society is actually beginning to go, how you see how the kids are being affected, and you're like, there's got to be some type of correlation here between what they're ingesting, what they're listening to, and how they're feeling. They're not feeling good. At least back in the day.
Here's the thing too. It's like, you talked about what Demi Lovato was talking about, feeling, depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, all of these things. It's like, well, guess what? When you're in witchcraft is the easiest way to open yourself up to demonic depression or demonic oppression, right? So you're getting into these things, you're fooling around with the occult because you think, oh, it's great, I could be girlfriends with my witch coven and stuff like that. Then the next thing you know, you open yourself up to something that you probably shouldn't open yourself up to, and now it's completely affected your life negatively, where you're feeling all these just complete negative thoughts are just going through your body and stuff like that. And this is why people are suicide rates are sky high around certain communities, drug use, anxiety, SSRIs, all of this stuff. It's like it's all connected. It's like the answer's right there, but people just don't want to see it.
And the next thing you know, you're reading from the Necronomicon, like in Evil Dead. And on that high note, we're gonna have to end it there. Because
just real quick, Sandra had put it up on. She go back and watch the film Eyes Wide Shut. It was Stanley Kubrick's last film, and let's just put it this way: there's a lot of conspiracy theories that go on to why that was his last film. He supposedly died of a heart attack right after making that movie, but the movie is essentially exposing the light all of these secret societies and what they do behind closed doors. And they said that when he died at the end of making that movie, that there was about 20 minutes of footage that the studio removed from the film and never released. So who knows what that 20 minutes exposed. Now, maybe he was trying to warn the world about something that's still going on to this day. So definitely check that movie out if you haven't watched it.
As always, check out Mark. Mark, thank you for being here. I know we didn't get to go the full 2 hours, but I can't. I'm nodding off at the computer. It's been a long day. Oh, this is the last family thing I'm doing with my girlfriend. Man.
You're like the MVP.
I had no idea. I was because Scott all day is like, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Yeah. So, like, son of a bitch. Tina, thank you for coming in as well. Jacob, thanks for point guarding. Yeah, point guarding this shit. We were doing the triangle offense.
It's single-handedly carrying the show on my back. Is that what you were thinking before?
Okay, no, not to such a degree, but yeah. Thank you, everybody.
All the topics.
Anyway, so that's gonna do it for us. Reigning as the Mad King. His theme song.